Right, Lakeland School Community, we are officially here. It's Thursday. It's June 18th. Today is the last day of school. Hope this finds everybody happy, healthy, safe, and strong. I'm not sure if you noticed, but throughout the closure, I started many of my emails or ended many of my videos with the same phrase that I hoped that you were, quote, happy, healthy, safe, and strong. It's a phrase that for nearly 6 years has been very close to my heart. Our first daughter, Audrey, who's about to turn 6 years old on July 5th, was born over 90 days premature. When she came into the world, she weighed 2 pounds and would eventually drop below that threshold. She could literally fit in the palm of our hands, but we wouldn't get to hold her until she was almost 2 weeks old. As my wife was dealing with the trauma of going through emergency childbirth, I was dealing with the myriad of doctors and nurses who were trying to connect her to machines that we would become so accustomed to for the next 4 months. She was our first, so like many of your parents, we had a name picked out pretty much since the day my wife found out she was expecting. However, one of the doctors told me not to put her name on the isolette because, quote, you never know what can happen. It was at that moment that I understood the gravity of the situation. I'm not sure if any of you guys have ever been to Morristown Hospital, but there's a parking garage and then a relatively short walk across the front entryway into the hospital. For whatever reason, I refused to take the elevator upstairs once I entered and instead would take 3 flights of stairs to the entrance of the NICU. It's a neonatal intensive care unit. It was about an 18-minute journey from my car door to the NICU entrance. My daily ritual as I went on that walk, like I go on walks throughout the break, is I would kind of say the same mantra over and over and over again. That I just wanted Audrey to be happy, healthy, safe, and strong. And I just repeated that same phrase over and over and over again. And for whatever reason, it provided me with comfort. After 113 days, she finally came home. And outside of minor expected developmental delays, she's a happy, almost 6-year-old who has not stopped talking about her upcoming birthday for the last 3 weeks. It's a very long way of me saying this. The same way, that I prayed for my own family, my daughter, asking that she would be happy, healthy, safe, and strong. I did the same for you every single day, my extended Lancer family. I wrote something very similar, if not the exact same, to your parents and teachers. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think that when I gave my first address to you from the comfort of my office that I'd be recording this message from my basement to you on the morning of the last day of school. Like many of you, there were many days that I was lost in my own feelings and my own emotions. I didn't want to post the YouTube address for that day encouraging you to take use of the many resources that we had provided for you. I didn't want to post a hashtag Your Community School Challenge. I was spent. I didn't want to send that daily email where, to be honest with you, I didn't really have updates every single day. And I found myself just repeating the same information over and over and over again. But it was important for me to do so. It was important because I wanted to provide you and your families with a sense of consistency, normalcy, and routine. Our administrative team had a speaker come in last summer regarding the importance of communication. The speaker told a story that really resonated me regarding Mayor Rudy Giuliani, who was the mayor of New York during New York City during 9/11, which is interesting because you guys are born right around that time. Mayor Giuliani gave regular updates before the advent of social media during the day, on the hour, every hour. There were some times that Mayor Giuliani would step before the microphone and say, I have no new information. I wanted to be back because I told you that I would be. I thought there was some importance in having a consistent voice, even if it did burden your inboxes, my videos went long, or my jokes got tired. I also did it because I hoped that in there might just be one piece of information or small little bit of encouragement that might help you navigate this just a small percentage a little bit easier that day. I'll be honest, for me, education is interpersonal. Great teachers are the ones who can make a personal connection with their students. Even if we have the best virtual learning plan known on God's green earth, virtual learning is not optimal. There needs to be an interpersonal connection. And I wanted to provide that for you, in addition to our staff. For over 100 days, I've marveled at your ability to take ownership of your own education. I've told you many times throughout my daily addresses and my hashtag Your Community School Challenges that by establishing your own routines, doing work when you really didn't want to, that you would develop grit, the essential, for me, ingredient that separates the most successful people on this earth. Due to many things beyond our control, the world got far more challenging and far more complex the deeper that we got into the closure. And through it all, I hope that I provided moments in which you and your family felt a sense of normalcy, support, and stability. I opened myself up to you in many ways that I thought that I never would or that I never could. I've discussed with you my own issues with anxiety, dyed my hair pink, talked to stuffed animals, talked early on in this about my father passing away when I was a student and how that impacted me. I took you on my daily walks. I spoke to you from my heart. Thank you for allowing me to do that. I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure what education is going to look like in the very near future, but I'm very confident that we will eventually get back to our home where we belong, within the walls of Lakeland Regional High School. Regardless of the uncertainty that surrounds the next few months and all of the decisions that we're going to have to make, I'm excited, comforted to know that I get to navigate it with such a great group of students and such a supportive community. So, Stompy and I wish you nothing but the best, and we hope that you continue to stay happy, healthy, safe, and strong. Love you, Lancers. See you in September.